I was checking my phone every day until finally someone sent me a message and said, "I have the book you are looking for. I know a lot of magicians, but the price of it is expensive. If you want it, you must send the money to my bank account by the next day, and I'll send you the address of our meeting." The price was super expensive, so I used my father's credit card and paid for the book, and the next day he met me in a graveyard, and I finally got the book. I went back to my studio and video chatted with the person who gave me the book. He taught me an incantation to do in order to suck in what I was about to do, and I opened the book and started to read. It was the weirdest book I've ever saw, and at the same time the most scariest book ever. I was shaking from fear just by touching it, and the pictures of the jinns were terrifying. There was all kind of them, and I got to the chapter of the jinn queens. There was so many of them I won't mention their names, and one of them had a beautiful name that I liked, so I repeated her name again and again, and she was exactly what I was looking for. She could take any form I wanted, and her summoning didn't need animal sacrifice or other disgusting things, but it was still black magic and shirk. I started to read the incantation and read many others without even understanding what I was saying, and that was where my life turned into hell, and I brought the shayateen to my home with my own hands. That night I kept reading the book until far, and once I finished it I watched another movie, and what happened next was the first consequence of the horror I brought on myself. I was beyond exhausted, but I couldn't sleep. It's like I was paralyzed. Something was stopping me from getting rest, and tears started to fall from my eyes and blood from my nose, and strange voices started to come from my studio, and I remained in this state stuck in my bed until Maghrib of the next day. No one came to my studio except our maid for cleaning and brining me food, and since my door was locked, she left the food at my door and left, but I couldn't move, and my parents work all day, so they thought I was watching my movies. Weird things started to happen in my studio in the next days. I always heard voices coming from the living room of the studio and the bathroom, and sometimes I was even scared to go there. And night after night I had terrible nightmares where I saw scary-looking creatures that made me wake up screaming. And one night I woke up to drink water and saw a scene that scared me to death. I saw 5 jinn females looking very scary dancing in my living room, such a weird dance, and talking in a language I couldn't understand, and I screamed until I fainted. I woke up minutes later and went to sleep inside our house in my old room, and when my parents asked what happened, I told them that I missed my old room, that's all. They knew something was going on with me, but they thought it was only a phase I was going through, and the next day my brother came to our house with his 2 children and his wife, and what happened that day caused my family to start thinking that the house was haunted. We heard his children talking to someone else, and when I went with my brother to check on them, they were looking in a certain direction, and they said, "Daddy, we have new friends. Look, they're over there." When my brother looked at the direction they pointed in, it was empty. We were alone in the house. His wife went shopping with my mother, and our father was at work. My brother got afraid and said, "What I ate going on in this house? Since I came this morning, something is off." I heard voices coming from the bathroom, and some dishes fell by themselves in the kitchen, and a door closed by itself, and now my kids see imaginary friends. And when he started reciting Quran, I stopped him. I screamed and said, "No." I didn't even know why I stopped him, and he said, "Okay, I will talk to our parents, and we will bring Iraqi tomorrow, inshallah." I didn't know what I unleashed from that book, but I was afraid my family would find out, so I took my car and drove in the highway, and after 2 hours I saw a woman standing alone, so I stopped. I thought maybe her car is broken and I could help her, or maybe she is alone and need help. She suddenly came toward my car and got inside. And when she removed her cape, I was shocked. It was the face of the woman I loved. And at this moment I knew this woman was the jinn female I summoned from the book, the one I liked her name and called it many times. She did look like a human, but not fully, since the jinns cannot take full human form. If you look at her, you can see the long nails that aren't human at all, and the toes that are animal toes, and the skin that is as hard as a rock. Also, the eyes aren't quiet like our human eyes. So she looked at me and said, "You did recognize me? Here I am. I came and fulfilled your wish, and in return you will do as I say, or you will face bad consequences." At that moment any human being would get scared and read Quran, but I don't know if it was the shock, but nothing came from my mouth. I knew this was a jinn female and not the human woman I loved, but I wanted to be happy for some time and disconnect from reality and pretend that it's her, so I stayed with the jinn female in my car for more than 7 hours. I didn't even realize how time passed. Then suddenly she said, "I will come to you again tomorrow, but once you will go to your home now you will have a lot of problems," and she laughed and disappeared as if what I saw was only my imagination. Once I got home, I saw that the door of my studio was broken. I panicked because only me had the key and the book was inside. My parents were standing there and my father was holding the dark magic book in his hands, and he said with a very angry face, "What did you do? What is going on here?" I was shaking. I never saw my father this angry. I thought he was going to strangle me. So I replied, "What happened?" And my mother was crying. She said, "We heard voices coming from the studio and we knew you left hours before, but your brother tried to open the door because we heard your voice and we thought something happened to you. And when your brother broke the door, something dragged him inside and he got possessed by a jinn, and now he's in the house. He fainted. We are waiting for the Raki to come." Dean. Sisters' profile picture. I remained in my studio sitting while my parents were with my brother in the house, and I heard voices coming from the bathroom, and for the first time I felt brave enough to go check what's inside, and the shock was when I opened the door and saw a creature whom his upper part was human but the lower part was animal. It had goat legs, and I closed immediately the door and left the studio, and when the Raki came I ran from the house and took my car, and the jinn female appeared again taking the form of the woman I loved and said, "Do not come back to your home. I will lead you to a place where you will stay, and if you don't do as I say you will regret it," and she led me to an abandoned house. There was nothing, but I had no choice, and the next day I couldn't bear to remain in that house again, so I came back home and my parents were worried. They said that my brother is much better and my turn is today. They called the Raki again and he was coming, and suddenly I felt like someone was beating me and bruises started to appear on my body, and I heard a voice in my head saying, "If you do not leave this house we will do even worse to you." And when my father came to check on me, I ran toward my car. He couldn't catch me, I was too fast, but our neighbor who was washing his car saw everything and caught me. The Raki came, and a voice I didn't recognize came from inside me threatening the Raki and my parents, and once the Raki started to read Quran I was burning inside and couldn't bear it and I fainted. I don't remember anything of what happened after, and a few hours later I woke up and my father said, "You were possessed by a female jinn and a whole tribe of jinn. Because of that book they possessed your brother too." He looked so disappointed and I was ashamed of myself. I did nothing but hurt myself and my family, and I started to cry because I missed Allah and I needed him. The Raki got rid of the book and he came back again many times for ruqya. The female jinn was evil and strong, so it took time for me to be healed, and it was a lesson. I repented, alhamdulillah, but I regret what I did. Do not approach the world of shayateen or your life will be hell.